All right, welcome back, ladies. Welcome back for another episode. How is everyone doing today?
I'm doing well here in rainy Florida.
In Maryland here, it is nice and sunny, and it is a perfect day.
Oh, that's nice.
In DC, it's a nice sunny day. Besides, it sounded like Baghdad already. It's not even the 4th of July, and they are popping off all day and all night, along with Drunky next door. But
are you sure that is fireworks and not gunshots?
No, I've been here long enough to figure out the difference. I know the difference.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
Tell the different pop.
Different pops.
Yes. All right, ladies. So this episode, we're going to talk about how not to make your relationship messy. Sakafet, you're listening to Unfiltered Lyman with BLT. Every week, we will reflect on our journeys on trying to navigate between our parents' traditional culture versus American culture. We are your hosts,
Bertide,
Lisa,
and Terry.
No one's talking, so let's get unfiltered. In this week's episode, our drink that we'll be having is Kubuli beer. Kubuli is a golden lager brewed in Dominica, where it is the unofficial national beer. The beer's name is derived from the Island Caribs name for the island, Wai'tu Kubuli, which means tall is her body. The water used to make the Kubuli comes from Dominica's own springs.
Oh boy.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Not making your relationship messy.
Wait a minute. What does that mean to you, Lisa?
Okay. That means a lot of things to me, but before I give you what it means to me, I will give you the definition, characteristics of it. Just to name a few include gossiping, controlling, lack of boundaries, lying, disrespect. These are just a few examples of a messy relationship. Now, as far as I'm concerned, what my thought process of what a messy relationship is, all of the above. If it's not peaceful, laughing, joking, zen, growing together, I don't got no time. I don't want no parts of that.
Okay, so let me.
I could be messy by myself.
So let me just pull it to the left for a quick minute here, and I'm playing devil's advocate. So an argument or a disagreement, would you consider that messy?
No, I do not. What I consider messy is when you have an argument and you're throwing china and glasses across the room. That's messy.
What about cursing?
I'm sorry?
What about cursing? Or I should say cussing.
No, it's all right to get off a few, one or here or there. It's all right. Now, if you just blatantly like a sailor, disrespectfully, no.
What about below the belt?
Oh no, that's straight insulting. You mean below the belt is insulting someone?
When you're arguing and you actually fight below the belt?
No, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. You can't do that.
Is that messy?
That's messy. Yeah, it is messy. There's such a thing called as fighting fair.
True.
Mm-hmm. So we are saying messy is anything as far as your relationship that will cause it to be nasty, rude, disrespectful, a hot mess. Is that what we're saying?
A hot ass mess.
Hot mess.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go around in order and we're going to discuss the different facets or examples of what we've seen, heard, or experienced of a hot ass messy relationship. How not to be messy.
And this is our point of view. So if anyone has this is not like factual, nothing we say is factual, people. This is, again, our own experience of what we think is messy. We're not saying that if you do these things and you don't consider them messy, that's good. We're not saying that. We're saying from our perspective, this is messy for us. Because some people might think these things are not messy. You know what I mean? They might think that it's the norm. And that's fine. We'll be more than happy to, have you comment, share, like, and tell us why you think it is or it's not messy as well.
All right then,
Great.
and
Okay.
can I just jump in here to this double dutch? Yes, some of mine may be factual that these actual events have occurred. So, yes, or like I said, these actual events have occurred. I've heard it from other sources that this is what went down. So, yeah, mine's may be fact.
All right, B, we're going to start with you.
So one thing that I would say is constitute a messy, how not to make your relationship messy, is don't share argument with friends and family. And what that is in a relationship, especially and when we're talking about relationship, I'm talking about committed relationship. Like if you're in a serious relationship, married, you guys have goals, dreams, not like those booty calls. I don't consider that because that's already messy in itself. But I'm just saying in a relationship where you're committed to someone, that's what, I'm considering a relationship, and I'm just describing that so people could, understand. When you have an argument with your spouse or with your partner, it's very easy to pick up the phone and want to spread that, get advice or point of view of different people. And you have to understand when you do that, your friends and family, they don't forget those arguments. Y'all might move forward and be like, you cool, but guess what? When they see y'all, they're going to be looking at the person sideways like, I heard what you did to my friend, or I heard what you did to my brother, or my sister, or my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm not saying you shouldn't, get perspective, because we all need guidance sometimes, but be very careful of what you share with family and friends, because they don't forget easily, and that sometimes could put a stain and make that relationship messy, because one thing he does wrong, and guess what, they're gonna throw all that back in your partner or spouse's face.
And how?
So yeah. So that's my, if you don't know how to lay down in bed, don't share that with nobody either.
Oh God, no.
Because if you got one balls, don't share that with nobody. If you got a little, don't do that. I'm just saying, take a sip and don't share.
That's one ball, mister. Here comes one ball, mister.
Where are we getting uniballs from? I mean,
I'm just using that as an example. We're sipping and we're chilling and relaxing. You're taking a few drinks and you just want to share everything with your family and friends. And I'm saying, if your man got one balls and he ain't laying it down, don't share that with nobody. Just keep that to yourself.
Well, I have a question. Yeah. Does having one balls prevent the other stuff from working?
No, it works.
Ma'am, I don't know. I've never. Oh, see, I don't know. How you know that, Terry? You've experienced that?
No, ma'am. Because I don't know if you guys ever saw the episode of Sex in the City.
This is the anatomy section.
When one of the what's her name?
She said Sex in the
Samantha?
City.
Yeah, not Samantha. The one with the short
Carrie?
red head. No, the short red head.
Oh. I don't know. I forgot her name.
Oh gosh. Anyway, she was dating Steve, and Steve had to go and get one ball removed. And then after he got the one ball removed, she ended up pregnant. So, yes.
But the thing about it, has anybody actually experienced that? That's Sex in the City. That's a show.
Okay.
I'm just saying
let's put that out there then. If anybody has ever experienced a uniball situation, and you have procreated from that uniball, then please let us share with us. Even though B is laughing right now, this is a serious thing. I mean, yes, it is. I don't think that everything else is out of commission. So, but yeah, if you have a uniball, please let us know. Let us know how that works. If you want to share, if you want to come to the sharing corner, please, yes, definitely.
And you can stay anonymous. You can stay anonymous if you want to do that.
Exactly.
We just want to know the facts. All right, Lisa, your turn.
Oh shit.
Glad I can help.
Wait, just to backtrack for a second here.
Lisa, the backtracking tonight.
Yeah, because the only reason why I brought it up in the first place, because I felt like that wasn't, as long as everything is working, I didn't think that was a discussion to tell someone like, girl, he ain't, he's got one ball.
But you know how sometimes we get with our girlfriends and we get like into chatting and things like that.
Maybe
There's
your
just-
ex. Maybe you about your ex. Because I feel like if you with a man and his thing ain't working and you telling your girls, they're going to look at you like, well, why you with him?
True. That is true.
Shit. Anyway. Okay. All right. Moving on. Yeah, I'm going to digress from that one. I'm going to digress because, anyway.
That's a whole other show.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other show. All right. So, what my thoughts on how not to make your relationship messy? One of the big things that to me, I feel like adding people, a third person to your relationship. Why is it necessary to bring a third person into the bedroom?
Excitement.
So you're talking about like a threesome?
Yeah, threesome.
Excitement.
Mm-hmm. When you're, and I'm gonna say when you're married. When you're married, I think when you're dating, you're having fun. When you're in a relationship, yeah, you're trying to figure out stuff. But when you're married, why do we need to bring a third person in the bedroom?
I think they do that because it's more so for the man, because that's what he wants to do. It is not something that women go out and be like, yo, tonight, guess what? We're going to do a threesome. No, it's always, oh, well, sweetheart, you wanted to do it. So I figured, I'll bring it home. It's your birthday, that type of thing. No, this has not happened to me. Let me put that out there. No, I have never been in that precarious situation. I have heard, but yeah, and that's what I've heard. The reasoning behind it was.
Okay. So the reason why I bring it up, that why even bother, because I find out that I've heard from other people that have done it, a situation comes up. Either the woman or the man starts texting or calling or having conversation with the other person, or the other two people are meeting on the side now. So I just feel like you just kind of open Pandora box.
Yep. I agree with you.
You know what I mean? Like, so, and then they're out here like, well, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they talking to her or him now. And that, well, you opened that box up. So that's why I just feel like when you're married, I'm like, yo, what's the point? So
but let me ask you this though, because you said if you're dating. So let me see if you're dating and you're working toward, because a relationship, if you're dating without the commitment of trying to work towards a marriage, because I feel like if you're with somebody and we're serious, even though we're not married, and I bring a third person, then you're also setting up.
Yeah, you are.
You know what I mean?
You are. But I just feel like when you already get to the point, like we're married, create this union and we're set, and I just feel like anyway, moving on to the next thing. You was gonna say something else, B?
No, I was gonna say some people just want to spice it up.
Well,
you're trying to be like, hey.
I feel like there's other ways you could spice it up.
Yeah. Agree, completely agree.
Yeah,
they add a little paprika. They done with the salt and pepper. Now add on the little jerk seasoning to jerk it up. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about: keeping secrets. Keeping secrets from one another, right? I feel like things can get really messy and hold secrets. And I'm gonna give you an example. For example, I'm gonna use a married couple again, and they have a whole family on the side.
That's more than messy. You're trying to get shot. That's what that is. I'm sorry.
That. You know what I mean? I'm not saying people are perfect. People slip up. We're human, we're flesh. Hold on. Wait. Well, hold up. I'm going somewhere with this, okay? Hold up. I'm saying that we're human and we're flesh and people mess up. And if you did have a one night and some woman got knocked up, you need to come home immediately and tell your wife. That's what I mean. You need to immediately say something. No, not set the person up and have the whole family over here. And then it's like years gone by and all of that stuff. That's what I mean. I just want to clarify. Terry,
yes,
you have
Terry.
your hand raised. Go ahead, Terry.
So, Lisa, tell me how that conversation goes. I just finished digging somebody out, and then I come home and be like, yo, babe, How was your day? It was great. I just dug this person out and they're pregnant. How does that conversation go? I mean,
no, it's probably going to go, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good, but I'd rather that than 10 years go by and there's a whole freaking family on the side. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
That's the hella messy part. Yeah, it's messy that you stepped out and got somebody pregnant. Yes, that's messy. But the level of the messiness is I'm making shit up because that's just fucking ridiculous, yo. There's levels to everything I believe in life.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay. So
and then you're giving the person, I feel like you're also giving your partner a choice. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you. Give them a choice. Whether I want to stick in here with you, give me a choice what I want to do with my life. It's my life.
You don't want somebody knocking on your door at 18 years. And then not only that, like I would feel some type of way. I know we're digressing, but I would feel some type of way if I'm married to somebody, you did that, and then you're not even claiming your kid. Like, what kind of husband would that? Like, I would feel like, hold on a minute. Like, you make that choice. The child doesn't have to suffer because you ridiculously couldn't hold your stuff in your pants. And I know it always comes back to dick, people. I'm so sorry. But I'm just saying, that's not the child's fault. You know, like you should have, first of all, wrapped it up. You didn't take the precaution to wrap it up. So you could also be bringing me disease. See, don't get me started on. That's a whole lot of, let's go. Terry, what's your next one?
I ain't done. Hold up. I ain't done.
We're supposed to go in circle, Lisa. We're supposed to go.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Terry. My bad. I was just like, what in the flying?
Ladies and gentlemen, usually I am the pepper seed, but tonight
Lisa is on fire.
Pepper is pepper, and she tailed tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Right,
what you got for us, Terry?
Okay. So, after the fight, yes, I still want sex. I still want that knockdown drag out because after after you come home with your bullshit, is that
that's
messy?
Not messy. No, that's not messy.
Hold up.
No, that's not messy.
Hold up.
She's not done yet.
If you're not giving it to me and you telling me no, then it gets messy.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
You telling me no, I ain't giving up no dick tonight. Oh, it's on and popping. Yes.
Yeah, there might be some China throwing.
Because I want to know the reason why. Okay. Yeah, I was wrong, right? I shouldn't have called you a uniball. All right then. So, let's work it out here. But then you telling me no and you depriving me? Yes, it's going to get messy. Yes, I'm going to get nasty about this. Yes, yeah. And how not to make it messy, you just give me the dick. That's all.
Not a uniball. Nah, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to go on the opposite side of this one. Terry.
Go ahead.
Huh?
If you call your partner a uniball, they have a right to refuse you sex for like 20. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to. I'm in agreement. It's gonna be messy, and they have a right to be messy with your behind. If you call it a uniball, you know it was a uniball. Yes, they have to you have to give them at least 24 hours, whatever time they like. No more than 24 hours. But yes, they have a right to be messy in that situation.
You call him uniball, he might not be able to get it up.
Listen, it should go up just to show and prove. That's all. Oh, I got a uniball for you. That's it. Here we go. I got a uniball for you. Come and take this uniball here. Shit. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh God. Sorry. Okay.
But yeah, I could see the messiness in that one. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
That's fact. That's not fiction for me. That is fact. Yes, I want you to come and lay it down. Yeah.
But I feel like that's healthy though. When you're able to, it's healthy if you're able to. I mean, a lot of times, but I feel like you're saying the man, but I feel like a lot of times it's us women that hold out because we're more emotional.
And this is why I am saying that yes, you're absolutely right. A lot of women be like, oh, F that, you ain't getting shit. Me? Yes, I want the shit. Yes, we just finished having the argument. Yes, you're the uniball. Yes, I'm the this.
I can't with the uniball comment.
And I want to argue with no clothes on too, because that is going to get,
Hold.
She wants the happy ending. Well, that makes sense.
Flag on the play.
This is how to make it not messy. This is how to make it not get messier.
Wait, flag on the play.
I gotta
hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. So you telling me that once an argument is starting to arise, you just like, I'm going to get butt naked?
What was that? You said what? Button, unbutton, shirt off. What was that? Bra on snap.
Like that. I'm gonna implement that.
Oh,
I'm gonna implement that because I feel like that's gonna end the conversation. Because the thing is, if I'm standing naked, you're standing naked. What are we arguing about?
We are so aroused and hot, like two beasts.
Yes, I love that.
How
Terry.
not to make it messy?
They would slide out.
Yeah, I like that.
Shit. Let me write that down.
Yes, I'm gonna have to implement. That. Me either. I didn't know
that one. Yeah. Okay.
See? Oh yeah.
You know what? Terry, hats off to you. You got that.
Yes, you do.
I might be laying.
Drink to that.
I may be laying across the bed and arguing too, stretched out. Yeah. And what was that? Foot around the neck. What was that too?
So are you arguing while you're doing it too?
All that is going on, and the more you talk, is the more positions I'm going in. And what was that? And what? And what? Freak.
Why do I have the feeling Terry does this when she's in the wrong?
Yes.
I have a feeling you do this when you're in the wrong, Terry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I can't see myself. He did something. He pissed me off. And the first thing come to my mind is, let me take off my clothes. Yeah. Let me get naked. But I like that strategy, though.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at you, though. If you know you effed up, the strategy. Okay, ladies out there, are we listening? Okay, I need you to take notes.
Well.
And if you guys do put that into play, let us know how that worked for you. Did it actually work? Because we want to know. I mean, yeah.
But you got to give them the rundown. Terry, you got to give them the rundown how you do it. Okay,
all right, then. So
let's go. Let's go.
This is how one of my situations work. Okay, so we were supposed to meet up. The guy and I that were dating, we were supposed to meet up. Another guy came into town. So I kept trying to avoid him. So he'd be like, how come every time I call you, you ain't picking up, but every time you call me back, it sounds like you in the bathroom, which I really was. So, I'm shucking and jiving. And I'd be like, no, that's not the case. So I'm giving all these excuses and so on and so forth. Okay. I get back home. He comes over about an hour later. My man's in a huff and puff. I mean, he like the Hulk. Damn Lou Ferrigno. Chest on swole. Hot. Oh, you trying to play me? I was like, really? Yes, clothes start to come off. And then I started to pull the pants. He was like, no, I'm not giving you none. I was like, oh, really? Touched it. That's not what that's saying. All right. Clothes is coming off. No, stop playing. I'm not playing. I'm listening. And you have valid points. You're absolutely correct. And I have that dumb girl look off me. You're right. And I was in the wrong. Let me show you how wrong I was. No, I'm not. Don't stop taking off my clothes. Really? Okay. Well, you don't have to take off the shirt. Let's just take off this part, the bottom part. That's the part that I'm interested in. And like Chris Brown, on and poppin'.
All right. Ladies, that concludes the naked argument.
And it worked for Terry, so
it too can work for you.
Yes. We'll be here all month long, folks.
You got all that information for free.
Yes. We're going to start charging because this is some good stuff right here.
Yeah. Okay. B, go ahead and follow up behind that one.
I think we should just shut it down.
I know. I mean, we done, right?
Why do I keep following Terry?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why? Okay, well, I'm going to try.
Yeah. How not to make your relationship messy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I'm going to have to try that. When I get a man, I'm going to try that for real. I'm going to get in an argument, and I'm definitely going to try it, and I'm going to let y'all know how that works.
Especially if you did something wrong, he going to be hot about. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't do a lot of stuff in the wrong. I don't know.
See, right there, Lisa. I think your partner will otherwise think differently.
Thank you, B.
Wow. Okay, moving right along.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That was funny. My second one was respecting each other in public, keep difference of opinion behind closed door in order to not make it messy. So one of the things I know for men is like the respect things. And I know sometimes, I've seen some couples, they will be arguing in a parking lot. And, you'd be like thinking, what the heck? Like, y'all just got out your house and you're arguing. And I'm not saying like sometimes things happen, but I think there's a level of if you're with somebody, you don't want to make it messy. You don't want, to make like a public, display. Just trying to keep the level of respect. Like I'm one of those people, like if I'm with somebody, I tell people all the time, like I'm not going to disrespect you. If we're out, if you do something, I might glare at you, and you might see it on my face, but when we get home or when we get in the car, that's where I'm like, hold on. But in front of people, I'm not going to do that to you because I feel like at the end of the day, also that gives people like, especially if you're around like family and friends, they also may feel like, or around their family and friends, like, oh, she doesn't respect you. Why are you with that person? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times, and I'm taking it old school, but you also want to elevate your man in front of people. You know what I mean? Because nobody's perfect. So you don't want to give nobody like, holes to be poking at your man and think like they can disrespect your person as well, and vice versa, your woman and whatever. But just for me, in my opinion, that's one way not to make it messy. Just keep the level of respect when you're in public. And also when you're behind closed door, but more so when you're in public. So people don't have,
mm-hmm.
You don't give people steps to just,
mm-hmm.
go in. But,
and then, my next one is just to kind of piggyback on what you're saying and also piggyback what Terry said also, too. Don't put their shortcomings on blast.
Mm-hmm. Uniball and all.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't put their shortcomings on blast because hidden below the belt. That's just that's not cool at all.
That's only for you to know. No one else has to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, if y'all break up and it's over and it's done, by all means, go right ahead.
Well, yeah.
He wasn't shit anyway.
But when you do that, though, just be considerate that don't get back with that person.
No.
Do it not, because sometimes you can't. Like that, so be real careful, because sometimes people break up and then get back together. You done did all of this, and now you got to play like, what is that they do? Olivia Pope, fix it kind of thing.
Yep.
So
that's why you got to be careful what you say to other family members. That's another reason also too, because I feel like when you do that, you can't go back. Like you can't bring the person around. You just you playing yourself, yo.
Mm-hmm. She bring the uniball. She bring the boy with the uniball.
Yes, and Caribbean people, like I feel like American are they're discreet. Caribbean people, they're not discreet. They are not discreet when you bring people over. They will be putting your business on blast, and because the thing is, you respect your elders, so you just sitting there and you have to take it because guess what? You set up this path, so they're walking on it. Just let them walk on it. That's all I can tell you. Let them walk on it. If you put it out there, they're gonna take it and run with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing you could do or say either.
No. So, yeah. That was Lisa. So another thing is, gossipy men. And also too, I shouldn't say just men, it's women too. Mm-hmm. When you're in a relationship, right? Don't be so gossipy to tell all the person's business or just what's going on in every little facet of the relationship, even at the dumbest things like, oh my God, he always drops all his clothes on the floor, or he always... I don't know. I can't think of another example, but just don't be so gossipy.
Yeah.
Just That's why your mama ain't shit and your daddy ain't shit.
Not your mama and your daddy.
Yeah, man. Like, why do that? Take shots and family members.
That's why every family member, I'm the best thing you got. That's why you see your ugly kids over here. Like, you know, I'm the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my thing is, I feel like, again, like you just say, Lisa, when you do that, you're playing yourself because you're in this relationship with the person.
Yeah.
So if you're going to take, like, the shots you take, if they're valid, they're valid, right? But the shots you take against the person for whatever reason, you are also choosing to be with this person. So my thing is, what does that say about you? Like, so if his mama ain't shit and his dad ain't shit, so and that's that why means...
You can't
you're
keep
not respecting
job.
Yeah, you're not respecting the person as well. Like, I feel like that's disrespectful. And my thing is, and that just tells me what you think about me. If you think my parents, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Exactly. And and just a tit for tat. You know, well, you did this to me, so I'm going to do this to you. It's just, that's just unhealthy. So messy. It's very unhealthy. It's toxic. It's actually toxic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would say don't get married, don't have kids if you're in that kind of relationship, because that right there,
no,
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Terry. Terry, looking over there.
I'm just
Do you have a story? I feel like Terry has a story.
I have no stories.
You have a story. Terry, stop playing. Okay, what's your next messiness then?
Okay, listen carefully or you will miss the point. And you know what? If you don't listen carefully and you miss the point, it goes from small to big. Because then you pull it in other things. So it can start off with one thing, and then next thing you know, you miss the point, you're missing the point. This person gets mad, and it just grows and grows and grows because you're missing the point and you're not listening. You only talking. You're over talking. Each one is over talking because they want to be heard, but nobody's listening. So it swells. So you got to stop sometimes and listen, and don't listen to respond, but really listen to absorb and hear what that person is saying. And sometimes even I know for me, a lot of times I always ask the question, okay, so let me understand what you're saying to make sure that I'm hitting it on the head so we could be able to touch on that point. So, very important is the listening.
Yeah, that is.
So making it messy will be not listening.
Well, it can get messy. It can get messy if you don't listen. Because if you don't listen and you're missing the point, then it grows. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger because now you're not listening. You ain't hearing me. That's not what I said. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. And then that goes back to the I'm taking off my clothes and we getting it in.
And nothing's been resolved.
Exactly.
Correct.
Except you got some good dick. I mean,
And I want to also add to your thing of not listen. The thing is also, if you do listen, to not make it messy, don't bring, like, if you resolve something, don't bring it up every time you guys have an argument. You know how, like, unresolved. So the thing is, you've talked about it, like you say, you listen, you've gotten the point, and then the next time you're in the same whatever argument about something else, then you bring everything else that you, it'd be like, well, what the hell? We just talking about, like, for me, that's a messy and pet peeve of mine. If we've already said, look, we got it, and you bringing it up, I'm going to tune you out, and it's going to be real messy. I'm going to do like Terry. I'm going to start just taking my clothes off because at this point, you know what? I'm not, it's going to be messy because, no, we're not doing that. I'm just going to take the clothes off.
Are you, B? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to take the clothes off because I don't want to hear no more. I'm going to make it messy by not listening to what you're saying and just let's go.
Oh, not you, B.
I'm going to practice what Terry says. Take the clothes off and just be like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yes. I'm telling you. No. But that's a good one.
Yeah, that is.
So my last one that I have about not making a relationship messy is best friends with the opposite sex.
Ooh.
That's and let me set it up real quick because I don't want people to think. So in any relationship, people come with friends, right? They come with a past, and you have to be realistic about that. And they come with people in their lives that, for whatever reason, they're friends, or maybe they dated and they're no longer, but they're still friends, opposite sex, whatever. That's fine. Mm-hmm. The thing becomes when you're in a committed relationship and you have that best friend, sometimes that could be messy, because I heard somebody say one time, in a friendship with a male and a female, somebody always catches feelings. So if it's not you, it's that person. So you have to be careful, and I think you have to be also open and honest with the person that you're with, to kind of like have boundaries with that person. And a lot of times when we have best friends, we don't have boundaries. We feel like, oh, that's my best friend, that's my buddy, so I'm going to tell them, like, if something happens in our relationship, then I'm going to, because that's my best friend, so I'm going to talk to them because I've always talked to them and stuff like that. And sometimes that person, if they like you, they may not tell you, but their agenda might not be to make your relationship successful. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody's intention and goals is not for you, or not, you know what I mean? And sometimes I feel like when you bring best friends that are opposites of the opposite sex, it just brings a whole lot of, because she might not like your person, they might not like your person, and they might feel like, oh, they just trying to come in between us. But then it's hard, because if this person been riding for you as well, like your best friend's been riding for you, then it's kind of like tough to be like, well, this person's been riding for me, so now you want me because I'm with you, not to be. So it's a whole lot of mess. So just tread lightly. I don't know how y'all resolve that, but I just know it's hard to be in a relationship and have a best friend that's the opposite sex, because there's going to be conflict in some kind of fashion, and sometimes.
I think it's all about how you start off at the beginning.
Yeah,
that is true.
You meet someone, you start dating, just like how you run down, you have the conversation like, how many siblings you got? How many kids you got? These are my friends. You know what I mean? Like, this is my childhood friend. We grew up together. This one, this one's from college. This one's from elementary school. This one. I feel as though if you present that and there's nothing to hide, y'all are just genuine friends, then it can work. Now, if you're dating the person 3 years and the person comes out the woodwork like, oh yeah, this is my best friend, and it's opposite sex, you're like, what the fuck?
And you never them. You never talked about them, nothing. So yeah.
No, then you're gonna start looking at side eye. That's like the back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You said the guy friend is your cousin and stuff. The guy around is your cousin, but meanwhile it's the dude you banging on the side.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So what happens if let's say you do that at the beginning, right? And let's say that best friend is somebody that you did sleep with or had a relationship, but y'all realize like, yo, we fucked a few times, excuse my language, but we just realized we were meant to just be friends. And you date. So let's be realistic. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and let's say it's different again from being committed and married, then you're just dating because you're trying to figure out. But let's say your relationship becomes serious, right? And this person at the beginning tells you, yo, like, this is my best friend or whatever. Yeah, we messed around, but we're just friends. As a female, how would you guys feel being with somebody that their best friend is somebody they slept with? And they're around. Is that messy or not? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that can be potentially a little messy. Because when the significant other turns it back, the other person's going to be making a...
They done seen all your little, down there.
That gets a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets a little weird unless everyone's respectful and they stay in their lane and they not doing shit like that. But if they are, it doesn't work.
Yeah, the best friend is kind of, because I feel like some people do have genuine, like sometimes I feel like you generally have a best friend and this person's ride for you, like, they've been there for you, whatever, but then when you get in a relationship, it's tough. Because I know men are very jealous. Women are too sometimes, I feel. So the thing is, how do you choose? How do you not make it messy? Because I feel like even if you are up front at the beginning, it's still kind of like, well, I don't know. The person could still feel kind of like, intimidated, I guess.
Yeah.
By that person.
They could.
I don't know.
They could. I don't know. All right. I'm going to go on to my last one. I think this is super messy and super childish. Is putting cryptic messages on social media.
Oh.
What does that look like, Lisa, to you? What does that look like?
For example, you're putting things on there like, oh, I'm so horny right now, or oh, this guy winked at me today, or you know what I mean? And you have a significant other and you're posting stuff like that on social media. Oh, I'm about to hit the club tonight and get drunk. Changing your status to single when you know damn well you're not.
Right.
That's messy because all you're trying to do is really get a reaction out of your significant other, instead of communicating with them like,
right,
like an adult. So that is a messy condition right there.
See, for me, to not do messy, I don't do social media in relationship because that people don't know how to act.
What do you mean?
If I'm in a relationship,
I don't need to put it out there.
I don't need to put that I'm in a relationship. I don't need to.
Yeah, no.
I don't do nothing. Like, my private love is my private love, because then I feel like that's what makes it also messy, because then everybody joins in and, and clicks and likes and have an opinion. So when you're celebrating and you're like, oh, guess what my boo did? Guess blah, blah, blah. Like, he cooked me dinner. He did this and did that. Guess what? That's all good and gravy. But then also when it goes bad, this nigga ain't shit. He did this, he did that. And then the next day, oh, we made up and blah, like, you understand? I'm like, I feel like nowadays social media ruin a lot of relationships.
It ruins a lot. It does.
Because people, like you said, instead of talking and communicating face to face to each other, y'all sleeping together. I'm like, y'all, like Terry say, take the clothes off and talk while you're, trying to take the clothes off.
Yo, that's all. I think that's the takeaway for this whole episode, right? Ladies and gentlemen, fight naked. I mean, that's the takeaway for the whole episode.
I'm like, why are you going on? People, like, I feel like social media, that's a whole mess within itself.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Terry, did you have anything else for us?
I feel like she has a story.
Or she gonna close us out? I'm just trying to find out she got something else for us, or she gonna close us out, because we already established that the how not to make your relationship messy. The solution to that is fight.
Yeah. Listen, my last is going to be selfish or selfless. Yes.
What you talking about, Willis?
Okay. So, how not to make your relationship messy? You have to be selfless. You have to be able to give up some things, let go of some things. Nobody's saying to be foolish. Nobody's saying to let someone make a fool out of you. However, I remember my aunt told me this, and I never forget. She said, in every relationship, one person is going to shovel and one person is going to eat, and vice is going to shovel some shit and somebody's going to eat some shit, and vice versa. And it's not always going to be 50-50. So you may get, it may be 60-40 one day, it may be 70-30. So, you have to be selfless, not selfish. Because once you are selfish, it is doomed from the start. It will continue to be messy, because it's always going to be about, oh, how you did this to me and me. And, you also have to think about what you're doing to that person, how you're making that person feel, what you're saying. So, you have to be selfless.
That's beautiful. All right.
Okay.
Great conversation, ladies. We've resolved a lot of issues to messy relationships. Well, actually, one main thing. And
fight
naked.
Yeah.
That's it.
I will definitely be adding that one to my list, Terry. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that takeaway. I can't believe I made it through this far in life without not knowing that.
Yes, and the disclaimer, If he does not want to take off the clothes, you take it off for him. And you don't rip it off of him. You gently take it off. And if he doesn't want to take off the top, the bottom is the most important part. So just like you keep the top on. Let's just do this part here.
I feel like that's a form of foreplay too, right? You're getting foreplay and everything. I mean, what? That makes sense.
Okay, Bertie, you just picked up the jewels. The jewels I just dropped, you just picked them, you just snatched them up. You just snatched up them jewels.
She sure did.
You know how I do.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you for my jewels, T. Thank you for my jewels.
Thank you for all of our jewels.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you for providing us with all the necessary jewels that we need to progress further in our relationships and in our lives. Yes. Ladies, it has been a wonderful and great conversation. I'm so excited to go out here and execute my new jewels that I think I'm going to just start a fight just for GP. I think that's what's going to
Yes, please.
Let's try this out and report back later. All right?
Yes, to be continued.
Yes.
And we're out.
Thank you for joining us this week on Unfiltered Lyman with BLT. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and join our Facebook page. As always, subscribe to our show to catch every new episode. Leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh and exciting content. See you next Thursday, same time, same station. Unfiltered Lyman with BLT is edited and produced by Unfiltered Lyman with BLT.